Good morning. So there's something going on right now in the market that is almost unprecedented. It's going down right now. But the thing is that each morning the market attempts to go down, and that's when the now famous faux show bro occurs, where the market attempts to go down and hits a prior day VWAP and holds. What's different today is prior day VWAP is above the regular VWAP today because we've gone sideways for a couple of days. But if you look the last couple of days, here you have each pullback has gone to a very specific area. For instance, where it hit the VWAP and bounced and ripped into the close. The prior day where it hit the prior day VWAP, bounced and ripped all day. So today we're finally seeing where prior day VWAP's not adding support. So now if you want to remain bullish for the day, we're flirting with yesterday's lows and we already V-bottomed off it. Still virtually impossible to want to be a shorter, but there's going to be a day where we actually don't go up. Now, today is, according to the Stock Traders Almanac, the most bullish day of the year. Ironically, it'd be funny if we went down today. I don't think we're going to end up down, but it doesn't matter because yesterday I gave you a stock, BMNR. And I explained to you, after all the conversations about power gaps and short squeezes and me being in the industry for my entire life, I know which stocks are going to be squeezed. And I know what prices they're going to go to. So when I told you this stock has a chance to go to $42.62, it's because when stocks power gap and run in a blue sky breakout, meaning there's never been any higher level. So this is BMRN. This is the Tom Lee stock, right, from yesterday. It was a awful, basically nobody cared. Here's your 1 year chart. Here's where it opened up for business and nobody cared. Nobody cared about it. Nobody cared about it. So it was an IPO that came out and nobody cared. $7 IPO and went down 50% and nobody cared. So in general, you want to buy IPOs that break all-time highs. You want to be involved in short squeezes. You want to be involved in the most popular stocks. Everything you needed to know about anything involving trading, you had to buy this stock. And when I said it could go to $42.60 yesterday, that was a minimum $42.60. When I was saying in the room carefully for 4.5 hours, probably 7 hours of commentary about this one stock to make sure that everybody understood why it was going to rip into the aftermarket and go to $50. Because this is what I do, right? I can tell by the posture or the nature or the ebb and flow of a stock if they're still buying, if it's going to be dumped later. I know these things. And also price and VWAP kept you involved. So a power gap, we all are familiar with that term now. This stock power gap to all-time highs. So as long as it didn't break that low of the day, you were good. So let's talk about it, right? So yesterday, here it is. Let's get rid of all the lines where we were trading the stock, right? And you see where it's already had a faux show bro this morning. So yesterday, I learned of this stock pretty much at the same time everybody else learned about it. Tom Lee comes on TV and he says, "This is my new venture. This is what we're doing." Tom Lee's involved. Buy it. That's it. That's how you trade bull markets. As soon as you think, "Hey, this could be an exciting," buy it. Before you get done with the sentence, buy it. Tom Lee's involved. It's a raging bull market, and it's an IPO that's breaking all-time highs. Buy it. Buy it. Then you go back to market mechanics. So what can this stock do? Well, it's a brand new high. It was a $4 stock. Now, here's where the weird part came in. I said it's probably going to go 10x. So $42.60, because the closing price from Friday was $4.60. So sorry, $4.26. So I said $42.60 is going to go to 10x. Some people laughed, and I said, okay, watch what happens today with the stock. So we got involved. It popped, right? And then we got paid right out of the gate when we started talking about it. And then comes the market open, right? So here's the market open, right? Had it, sold it right before the market opens. We wanted to see what happened. And then look, it pulls back to VWAP and holds it. Bought it. So when a stock, no matter what it is bullish and it tests the VWAP from on top, that confirms the bullishness and also gives you a price to buy it where risk is defined. So if you're buying on this candle right here, which is what we were doing at $14 again, we knew that the worst case scenario was we would have to sell the stock at $12.38. So yeah, but that's the nature of the stock. You weren't getting in for a 15-cent risk. The stock was moving in 20% increments. So you better strap in and be prepared to take that type of risk. And we were, because that's what we do. And we got paid rather quickly. And then the pullback, and it didn't break VWAP, so we stuck with it. And then highs for the day. And then you go back to, okay, blue sky breakout rules, 15 gets you 1750. Look at price, 1740. Right? So we're sold a little bit, right? But you don't sell it all, do you? Because now 15 was going to be our spot to get out and the VWAP. And then we're like, all right, so 1750 gets us 20. Let's hold. Bang, 20. Sold. And then you raise 1750 as your next stop, and you're looking for 2250, 2250, sold. Then you raised your stop to 20, right? So might have got you out of some, but didn't get you out. Still, the target remained $50 at this point. 2250 gets you 25, 25 gets you 30, 2750, 2750 got you almost 30. Here's where they rug pull you. It's all right, because on the way back down, we sold it at 25, and that was it for the trade. Remember, our entry price is 14. And then I explained, hey, and right around here, I was telling the room, the best case scenario is if it goes below the VWAP, faux show bros, and then breaks out again. But it faux show broed right here, still above the VWAP, confirming bullishness. So fake out, shake out, buying it here at 2150, using the fake out and the shakeout as your outs. And you see what happens. Now, what I was trying to explain was that the stock is going to go parabolic later in the day if it consolidates, because the stock was able to be shorted. If the stock was unable to be shorted, then you had more chance of it going down. But because the shorters, morons that they are, to be shorting in a bull market on a stock that's blue sky breaking out involving Tom Lee and Bitcoin, and you're a madman if you were. The idea that you could, some stocks are just not available to short. This one was. So that made me think, oh, it's definitely going to get squeezed, because the pauses and the pullbacks will convince the shorters to say, you know what, let's get involved. And if it doesn't break down, it's going to rip into the close, because they're going to have no choice to cover, because they're not going to want to hold it overnight. Short. And the lack of liquidity in the aftermarket will drive this stock to $50. That's exactly what I said. And there it went. $4 stock going to $50 one day. I have never stayed focused on one stock so much as we did yesterday. From 9:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. doing commentary all day, all night. That's what I do. And this is not uncommon. I find these stocks all the time. I know what they look like. I know how to trade them. I know how to find them. And I know when they're going to go down. I know when they're going to go back up. So fast forward to today. And you came in, you said, oh, I can't wait to go see what this stock is doing. Oh, well, I hope that was your attitude. Because if you saw what this stock was doing and you know how powerful it was yesterday, and you understand that if something consolidates below the VWAP and then faux show bros and breaks the VWAP, buy it. Consolidation under the VWAP, little faux show mini bro right there, and then one more just for good measure, faux show, and then right before it breaks the VWAP, they shake you out one more time. Hits the VWAP, one more shakeout for good luck, breaks the VWAP, and gone. So all this chopping around down here, those are your outs. So the stock sets up for you. Just gotta know where to be. Incredible name. So because it's notoriously a bullish day, I'll just assume we are going to go up today. But right now, the market's telling us that we have permission right this second, just like every other morning. Now, the reason that I've been making sure that you understand, you can short, but you can't stay short. Shorting is short-lived and you're going to die. And this market's been proving it every day. There's no reason to think it won't do that again today. But that's what's the power of the VWAP. The blue line and the orange line now are your outs. It's that easy. I have developed a system where the chart prices on the chart are your triggers. You can't get more simple than this. So rejected, remember most of those charts, orange line held support, blue line break and go. In this case, for the first time in what seems like 3 months, orange line resistance, blue line break and go down. So now it's this easy. If it breaks back over the blue line, you're going to have to cover 50%. And if it breaks over the orange line, you're going to have to cover the last 50% of what you have if you are shorting right now. Because the shorts each morning have been working. The fade. And the reason I say this is like 1999 all over again is that 1999 to 1998 all the way to mid 2001, every day was the same day. Market would gap up, sell off for a little bit, and then go higher. The faux show bro. Every day for 18 months straight. That's why everybody was getting paid. Because it was this, if you couldn't figure it out, it was the same day over and over again, every single day. Oh, look, the market's up a little bit. Oh, look, it's fading. Okay, now we buy it. And the better you got at buying it on the turn, the more money you made. Because you never went down. And it's the same thing today. Chances are we're not going down today. So if it starts red, you should be looking to buy. So blue line buy, orange line buy. If you're short, you're a coverer. Or if you're just looking for a reason to buy, you're a buyer at the blue. And you'll sell some at the orange. But if it breaks over the orange, we're going to go higher. And that's where we're at. So keep an eye on here. Some other ones today. VVOS, right? Vivos Therapeutics, right? VVUS and GPUS. Here's some crazy ones for you. And I'm out. So come join the room. We're going to open it up live. And again, if you've taken 3 or 4 trials already, you're barred from the room. We got to cut you off at some point. I appreciate that you want to be with us and all that, but there's a limit to the trials. And hopefully you join up because I'm banging out $4 stocks that go to 50 almost every other day. It's the greatest time to be a trader, greatest time to be an investor, greatest time for all of this. And you've been missing out. So good luck.